my friends, welcome to my September BoxyCharm review and my October BoxyCharm unboxing-ish thing, because I have kind of already unboxed this, but my initial thoughts about what's in October BoxyCharm and what I'll be reviewing next month. I am really excited to talk about these boxes because they are really, really interesting, the products that are in here, and I can't wait to share my thoughts with you right about now. BoxyCharm is sent to me for review by BoxyCharm, but this is not a sponsored video. They've been sending me this box for a very, very long time, and I am very thankful to get it every month, but that does not influence my review at all. I always keep you in mind and whether I would pay $21 for this box if I was paying for it. Because y'all would know if I was pulling your chain on something. You'd call me on it. I know you would. So let's go ahead and talk about what we got in the September box and whether I personally felt like it was worth it or not. So, well, let me just tell you, there's a huge value in this box, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a fan of the actual products that were in here as far as the way that they perform. So let's talk about the Pure Soiree Diaries palette. I was so excited to get this palette because I opened it up and I looked at it, and I don't know, I just feel like I can tell just by looking at shadows sometimes that this is going to be an interesting palette. This is going to be fun to play with. For me, this palette was just okay, and that totally bummed me out because I feel like, you know, I've heard such good things about Pure eyeshadows and I've never tried them. I was really looking forward to trying them, and I felt like my looks just kind of fell flat when I used this. I felt like the mattes especially were weak. I felt like the foils were much better. This row down here, well, it's at the bottom here. I felt like that row was definitely the strength of this palette, but I felt like the mattes for me kind of blended away. The lasting power wasn't great. I had trouble getting them to blend into each other without disappearing, and I don't know, I just had a tough time with this, and I tried it with a lot of different brushes, and I tried it with you know, the Shape Tape underneath it, trying to get it to stick. I didn't try glitter glue with this. That's one thing I didn't try, but I just felt like every look I created with this just kind of was like blah, unless I used a lot of these foil shades, which I did really enjoy. So I know for a fact that I'm going to end up decluttering this because this is a palette that I just didn't have fun using, which makes me really sad because Pure seems like a great brand, but this just wasn't a great product for me. Next up was the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. I have to tell you, I did not use this again because I have used this multiple times, and I don't feel like this is intense enough for my hair. My hair, I feel like, really needs intense moisture. Like, what are the ones I've used? The macadamia oil one is really, really good, and I don't know, I forget what the other one's called. I can't remember off the top of my head the other ones that I really like. I'll put a picture here if I can find it. And those are really intense, very hydrating, really make my hair feel very, very smooth. This one seems to be like a regular conditioner for me. It works fine like a regular conditioner, but it's just not intense enough for a deep repair mask for me. So this one's a no for me. I'm actually going to pass this on. Another thing I wanted to show you was this brush. This is the Perfecting Face Brush by Bare Minerals. I did own this at one point. I did declutter it, so I don't want to open this one either. I do want to pass this on. I just don't want to waste it because I know I'm not going to use it. One thing I remembered as I'm looking at this and trying to rack my brain and remember what I thought of this, because I really didn't want to use it because I wanted to pass it on nice and clean, was that it's very small for a foundation brush, and I like my foundation brushes to be bigger so that they cover more territory as I'm using it so that I can do my foundation faster. This was sold with the Bare Minerals Serum Foundation that was also just okay for me. So I don't know. I mean, I think I remember saying in the unboxing of this that I thought people would like it, but then I read some reviews and a lot of people don't seem to like this brush. So this one's going to be another no, just because I remember decluttering it, and I also read some reviews where other people didn't like it. So this is going to be a wah-wah as well. And I know this sounds very negative, and it seems like every BoxyCharm video, there's always somebody that comments like, what do they have to do to please you? They have to put good products in to please me. That's what they have to do. So there. Let's go on to the next one that was just okay for me. It's good, but it's not my favorite. These are the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lips. The Ultra Matte Lips flake on me. They're dry and they flake. These aren't as dry and they don't flake. So these are better for me than the Ultra Matte Lips by ColourPop, but at the same time, they do give you that like butthole lip kind of look where your lips are like, I'm making this face and it reminds me of Raw Beauty Christie. It's like, But so I didn't hate having gotten this product. I do like the shade. I am wearing it today, but I do have a Lorac gloss over top of it because I wanted to deepen it just a tad bit for this look that I'm wearing. So, you know, I'm not hating that I have it. I will probably use it occasionally, but it's definitely not my favorite liquid lipstick of all time. Now we're gonna move on to things I actually liked. Yes, there are some things in here that I like. This is the MAC eyebrow pencil. I do really like this MAC eyebrow pencil. I am wearing it today. It's very easy to go on. It's a great color for me, and it goes on very creamy, but not so creamy that it junks up my brows. And I like it a lot. It's very, very nice. I don't know if I would pay full price for this, but I do really like it, and I'm very thankful to have it in the box. And then the last product that I really liked was the Studio Makeup Blush. This is the Luminous Loose Blush, and it says a silky, lightweight blush that gives a pop of healthy radiance on the cheeks. But I am wearing it today. It's a very light blush. I don't really see the radiance in it. It's not completely matte, but it's definitely not radiant in any way. I wouldn't call this like a highlighter slash blush. It's definitely a blush. I really like the tone of it. I find the lasting power to be really good. It'll last me a good solid 6 to 8 hours of wear time, and then by like the 8 to 9 hour mark, it starts to really fade quite a bit. But that's typical for a blush for me. So not outstanding wear time, but definitely respectable wear time, beautiful color. And I don't mind the loose powders. I know a lot of people find them to be messy. I don't really find this one to be super messy. I really like the cap that's inside that of course looks super messy right now. What I do is I tap it off into this and then I swirl my brush in it. The brush that I've been using is like an angled semi-fluffy brush with this, and it picks up the powder really, really nicely. It deposits it beautifully. It's not one that'll bring me to clown face really easily where I have to correct mistakes. It's just a beautiful blush. This is definitely my favorite thing in the box, and I'm super thankful to have it. So overall, was this worth $21 to me? These two are the two products I enjoyed. It's on the edge. It's on the edge of no. It's close. I mean, I know monetarily these are worth more than $21, just these two products, but I mean, I really, really like the blush, so maybe it's worth $21, but it's definitely dancing on that edge since everything else in the box are things that I probably wouldn't have purchased. I guess with this thrown in, I would say this is worth $21 to me, definitely, but I'm sad that I didn't like the other products more, and that's no fault to BoxyCharm, just like last month when I said pretty much the same thing. I mean, they're putting in a ridiculous amount of awesome stuff that's high monetary value, and if you don't have a big collection, then you might actually really like that palette more than I did. I've tried a lot of eyeshadows, and it just doesn't live up to what I enjoy using, so it makes me sad. But yeah, I would say this is worth $21, but not a super amount over $21. All right, are you ready to see what I got in my October box? I'm excited to show you. One product in here is a major repeat for me. This is the Dr. Brandt PoreDermabrasion Pore Perfecting Exfoliator. I've gotten this in multiple subscription boxes over the years. I still have a full size from, I think, FabFitFun, so this is another one that I'm going to end up passing along. It does have a very coarse grit to it, so definitely be prepared if you're going to use this, that it's not a super gentle exfoliator. You have to really be gentle when you rub it in. Don't go all ham on your face and scratch your face all up. It's not a good idea. Just be nice and gentle when you use this because it is a sandy texture. I do like this product. It's a really nice product, but I already own it, so this is going to end up being passed along. We also got another lip product. This is the Tarteist lip paint in OXOX or XOXO. I'm not sure because upside down it looks exactly the same, and it is a red shade, which I think is really nice to give out red shades like this. Not only do they look beautiful on a lot of skin tones, but it's also, you know, the holidays coming up and everything, a nice bright red lip is really nice for fall and for winter. So I also like that it's not an orange based red. I do like the Tarteist lip paint formula. I haven't tried it in a little while though. It's been at least 3 or 4 months since I've put a Tarteist lip paint on my lips, so I want to do it again. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think they changed the formula and I didn't like the new formula as much as the old formula. Okay, I'm gonna have to retry this and I'll let you know next month. To go along with that, which I love, they gave us a matching lip liner, but this one is by a brand called Jonta Blue, and it is lip liner pencil in rich red, and it is a sharpening pencil kind of lip liner. I've never heard of this brand before, so I personally don't mind getting brands that I've never heard of in subscription boxes. I think it's nice to try out new brands and see what they're all about. So definitely excited to try that. We got an eyeshadow crayon by Dirty Little Secrets. I've seen them at a lot of Ipsy events. I'm not a big fan of their lip products. I find them to be very drying, so I was excited that it wasn't a lip product, that it was an eye product, and this is an eyeshadow crayon. These are really nice for those days where you don't feel like putting on eye makeup and you just want to go all over your lid and kind of pat it around and be done. That works really, really well for my skin tone with a shade like this. If you are of a deeper skin tone, this may be really nice to just kind of go in the inner corners, pat, 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 and give you a nice little quick brightening to an existing eye look. But overall, I really like crayons like this. I haven't tried this one yet, but I will let you know. And finally, the thing I am most excited about in this box, and I was so nervous I was going to get the pressed version because I have the pressed version, but I got the liquid. I'm so excited. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Prosecco Pop. I do have this in the Jaclyn Hill face palette. I have the pressed version, but this is the liquid version, and it looks gorgeous. I love the pressed version. So to get this in a BoxyCharm is kind of ridiculous because these are legit expensive. I have a feeling this is going to make the whole box for me. Like if it included nothing else, I mean, to get a Tarte lip paint and this in the same box, I think that's outrageous. I don't know how BoxyCharm does it. I swear they must have like magical spells they cast on these companies to get them to include like this much awesome stuff in their box. I mean, like, I just don't get it. I don't get how they do it. It's like unbelievable. So super, super excited about the October box. I cannot wait to bring it back to you in November for my October review and November unboxing. If you get BoxyCharm, I'd love to know what you got in your box and what you've thought of things so far. Did it match me? Was it a little bit different? Do you feel like you got your values worth of it? I did do an Ipsy unbagging last week, and it was crazy how many people in the comments of that Ipsy video were like, nah, I don't want this. I get BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm's so much better. Like, it's really a great subscription. So if you get BoxyCharm and you've been either happy or unhappy, if you subscribed, if you unsubscribed, I would love to know your thoughts about the subscription in the comments below. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not already subscribed, you can click the subscribe button down below. I do put out 9 videos a week, 5 makeup minutes Monday through Friday, and then our makeup news show on Sundays. Then I do 3 other videos per week that are like tips and tricks, makeup reviews, things like that. And then I also do a live chat on Sundays, so technically it's 10 videos a week. It's a lot. I definitely believe there is something for you on this channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And mad love to you, and I will see you in a video soon.